welcome back. It's DJ MADU only on Beauty Beats, only on Iium FM, your campus radio. Alright guys, hari ini kita akan berbincang tentang topik yang amat menarik, very common to us all, breakout survivors. So to talk about today's show, we have one of our guests here, Brother Ihsan. Welcome.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Alright, so could you elaborate us a bit on what are we going to talk about?
Okay, we're going to talk about the breakout stories about some people that we basically found, in internet, I guess, the stories, and then we're gonna talk about the tips and also, basically like the tips, how to fight the breakouts.
Okay, guys, don't you see? Like, it's going to be a very interesting topic, and now we're waiting for another one of our guests. She's currently stuck in a traffic jam, but until then, stay tuned on Beauty Beats, only on Iium FM. Your campus radio.
Sorry, forgot.
Stay tuned, guys. Hey there, everyone. Welcome back on Beauty Beats. You're with DJ MADU only on Iium FM, your campus radio. Baiklah, kita bersama-sama dengan tetamu kita pada hari ini, Ihsan dan juga Abyana. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi. Especially Abyana tadi, because she was stuck in a traffic jam just now. So why don't you introduce yourself to the listeners first?
Hi, my name is Abyana and I'm 20.
Ooh, same age.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, so the traffic jam was really bad, was it?
Yeah.
Faham je. Okay, so before we move on to our topic today, Ihsan, would you like to read out one of the stories shared by our listener for today?
Okay, so there is this story called Hormones over here. So okay, I'll start. My face breakout during high school, and I thought it was because of hormones and stuff, and also my surroundings told me that my face will be okay when I grow up. But it got worse when I go to uni, and all the people in university have clear skin, and it really got me thinking that my face wouldn't be clear even if I tried the products that people suggested me. And heck, I spent lots of money and investment in skincare. But then I went to see the doctor for a consultation. Should have gone there first in the first place. And thank God, in almost 3 months my skin has cleared, and now I'm just thinking of ways to fade away the scars. LOL. I break out right after I finish my SPM, and boy, it was a journey. I feel so insecure. Kadang-kadang nak pergi kedai pun rasa nak pakai foundation. Makcik bawang tu pun Makcik bawang tu tak payah cakap lah. Bila kita ingat muka kita dah elok sikit je, mesti muncul seketul ni cakap, kenapa muka you break out through? Oh, exactly. I break out because of my hormones, not because of I pakai cream kilo or something. So yeah, I was suffering with acne since I was 11 years old, and it became worse when I was 12. You can never imagine. I don't know what's going on with my hormone, and it continued until the secondary school. Yeah, I did feel ashamed, but it was a test from God.
Yeah, so when we hear from those stories, we can tell that basically it all started because of hormones je sebenarnya. So hormones can contribute to you having hormonal acne and etc. So would you like to share with us your story on when and how you yourself as breakout survivors develop your breakout face, starting with Abyana?
Oh, okay. It is in 2013 or 2014 back then. I started to hit puberty, and masa tu tak pandai jaga lagi kan muka. Masa tu biar je. And then my family did recommended me products, but I didn't really know how to use it, and at last I gave up. Until Form 5, which is in 2016. So I keep ambil gambar kan. I always tutup muka tau. Sebab it's I feel insecure. So I gave up, and that's it.
We've all been there. I pun sama. What about you? How is your breakout story?
I think it's almost the same with Abyana, I guess. It's almost like I feel like because you see your face a lot. Because I started hit puberty, I think in 2011. I think 2011. I can barely remember. It was almost 10 years ago now. I'm old. No, I'm just kidding. But back then selfie wasn't a thing, right? So you didn't really see your face. You don't really see your face, and then you're just like entering the middle school, so you don't really see your face. But then by the time when there's a camera, because we had BlackBerry back then, so that just to like sometimes like taking pictures. BBM. Yeah, BBM, or like taking pictures through the mirror and stuff, mirror selfie, if you would call it. And then a lot of us are like, like try taking pictures and all that, and sometimes like in class pictures that I would be in the pictures, and then I would see myself as like, oh my gosh, my skin is like that. Like my skin is so oily and it's like, like so dark, and I don't know, like everybody is like so flush, so beautifully presented in the pictures. But like for me, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like I look so disgusting. But then, I started to like. I think like again the same thing. I guess like I get like a lot of suggestions like you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. But I just didn't really care because like guys, because they we don't care about the stuff,
I mean, yeah, compared to girls, guys don't really care much.
Yeah.
I mean, to them, I have acne ke, I tak ada acne ke, I still live, I can eat, so I don't really give 2 cents about that. I was about to curse, guys, but I don't really give 2 cents about that. Okay, so Abyana, why don't you read out the other story, which is the second story shared by our listener?
Okay, right. So the next story is about eczema survivor. I've been an eczema survivor for a really long time, since I was 4 years old, and now I am 20, so it's basically part of me. It came and go for me, and there was a phase where it was really bad for me, while in some they are fine. Mostly I felt insecure with my legs and arms, as they were entirely covered by hundreds of years and scars. Years of scars, fresh and old one, leaving marks like I am a map of life. It was not a bother until my younger cousins pointed out in kind of disgust way. And as you know, kids never lie, so you just understand how bad it was. Okay. There were a phase where my hands were infected so bad by it that I felt ashamed of it when I'm interacting or holding hands with someone, and wishing I have smooth, pretty porcelain skins like most of my friends. I've always wondered if any of them ever get freaked out by it and scared if it's infectious or not. But in matter of polite, they never ask about it. So luckily, I can't eat with my fingers as I have eczema. So I'm afraid people might judge me for being extra, eating with utensils if I don't explain to them. I love baking as well, but it limits me from baking cookies and bread because of my hands. Because of eczema, I can't enjoy makeup like most girls do, as it left side effect on my sensitive skins and lips, other than a moisturizer and lip balm. I can't eat with ease when I had breakout, as it itched the eczema on my lips that caused me to have quite wrinkly lips for a young adult. I hated sports as a child until now because of the sweat discomfort caused my eczema to act up, which led to me hating doing sports up to this day. I can't live a day without my lotion and steroid without me suffering for the itchiness, rashes, and the dry skin to the point it pained me and sometimes make me feel reluctant to shower sometimes. Reluctant, but I never miss it, okay? Because it hurts me so bad, but I still pushed myself to do it. Sometimes the pain affected my mental state as well. Although I have kind of moved on, my next concern regarding this skin disease I have would be my marriage life, if my future husband would accept them. But that would be a whole different story.
Aku rasa nak nangis because we when we battle with acne, we thought that was the worst that we could face.
Yeah.
When we forget that there are others yang macam suffer juga tau. So I cannot imagine people who had eczema. Like, can you guys imagine this?
Yeah, that's just really.
Their skin is not even sensitive. It's like a whole new level of sensitivity.
Yeah.
So to that anonymous out there, I hope you're listening to this. Don't give up. Okay, a man will accept you for your beauty, and like he will not even consider about your flaws, because he will think that your flaws that are what makes you special and beautiful. Okay, jangan give up. Alright, so Abyana, would you like to tell us more about your breakout and how has your breakout affected your life, like physically, mentally, just like the eczema survivor just now?
When I was in my secondary school, I studied at boarding school. So kat sekolah dulu, I think my friend were okay. Tak ada yang macam pointed out my flaw sangat. But masa raya is the worst.
Oh my God.
Makcik-makcik bawang
It is the worst.
dekat kampung will always like muka, kenapa dengan muka tu? Tak pakai ni ke, and they suggested home remedies which you cannot buat dekat muka you kan. So I macam dulu I memang rasa macam ya Allah nak nangis tapi lama-lama tu tak apalah, macam diorang tak faham, so it's okay. And then I started to rasa macam nak build skincare routine apa semua tu masa masuk university. Kawan-kawan semua dah macam I baru join Twitter tau. Then I jumpa Kak Mai and Kak Iman semua tu, and then I baru rasa determine nak jaga kulit semua. And in university I rasa what affect me the most is my friends lah, because I have like a lot of beautiful friends. So I feel
you're
like
beautiful. You're beautiful.
You're pretty. Seriously.
Yeah, you're beautiful too.
Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
Thank you. But still, you know, they have like flawless skin, no scar, ice pick scar. Yes.
Ice pick scars too. I faham lah why sometimes you feel insecure.
Yeah.
What about you, Ihsan? How does your breakout affect you mentally, physically, you know?
I think that it came to, I think when I was in senior high school, I was pretty careless. I was pretty careless about my skin. I didn't really care about how I look. Even how I look, I don't really care about my hair and stuff, because like in school you are basically obliged to cut your hair very short.
Yeah.
So you don't really have to I have no time with my hair. But then I saw like a lot of my friends, they have like, they have like the same scars in the face, but they also try to like adjust their, like try to groom their face and then groom their hair and stuff. So I was like, oh, so I think it's okay for me to like just like try to be, to do a little bit different lah. So then I start to like macam urus muka lah basically, and then but one time that I got really. Not to say like that I was really upset, but I think that really brought me down was like, I think when I was before 16, probably around 15 or 16, I got really overweight. Not really overweight though. I mean like right now I'm like 69 kilograms. But then back then I was like this sort of like a shorter height, but I was 80 kilograms. Because I was like, I would like eat like so much things, but then I couldn't, I even faced some problems when I was praying, because I couldn't really try to support my body with my legs, but then like I had one of my friends, he suggested me to just like go for a diet first before you do anything else. So I was like, okay, let's just like go on diets, and then I went for a diet. I think in 1 month I lost 8 kilograms. Because I was so stressed out.
Yeah.
Because it's like everybody is like pointing out your flaws, and then you're like, you gotta do something like real quick to just like change yourself, and that really got me lah basically. But then the skincare routine, I think I just started about like a year ago. I would say about a year ago. Not even a year ago. I guess like half a year ago.
You just started on your skincare routine, but like basically, because I'm a breakout survivor. I mean, if you have Twitter, you might see some of my skincare journey and whatnot. And honestly, what we can share in common is that whatever we face, the skin problems that we face, there's just at one certain point we feel like we want to give up.
Yeah.
But here we are the breakout survivors.
Yay.
So since Ihsan had mentioned about his skincare routine that began like almost half a year ago, we're gonna dive into that. But then until then, stay tuned on Beauty Beats only on Iium FM, your campus radio. Hey there everyone, welcome back. It's DJ MADU, Beauty Beats only on Iium FM, your campus radio. Okay, jadi kita telah mendengar sedikit sebanyak cerita luahan yang dikongsikan oleh bukan sahaja dua tetamu kita pada hari ini, tetapi juga cerita-cerita lain yang dikongsikan dalam Google Form Response as I've sent to you guys earlier. And yang paling menyentuh hati adalah sister ataupun brother yang, I rasa sister lah of course.
Sister, suami.
I ingat ada future husband. Sister yang currently suffering from eczema. Again, sister, if you're listening to this, please know that people will always love you and cherish you for who you are, okay? You are a strong fighter. We believe that you are a strong fighter, okay? Stay strong. Okay, jadi untuk mereka yang sedang breakout di luar sana ataupun yang tengah baru nak heal tapi tak tahu apa yang perlu dibuat, kan, apa skincare routine yang perlu dijagalah kononnya untuk mendapatkan at least a better or healthy skin. There are some tips left by our respondents through Google Forms. So Abyana, would you like to read out the first 2 tips?
Okay, so the first one is consult a doctor first. You don't want to bazir duit kan, beli skincare yang you tak tahu pun workout ke tak dekat you punya skin.
Yep.
So if you have combination or oily skin type, try wearing Eucerin. It's a bit pricey. And kalau boleh elakkan muka dari berminyak, okay? Don't do soap and
How can
strong.
you elak muka daripada berminyak? I mean,
Yeah.
skin doesn't
Hydrate.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
Hydration is the key.
It's okay. Second tip dia cakap apa?
Okay, so the second one is go to a doctor and figure out why. Oh, sama je. And then baru cari jalan penyelesaian. Breakout can knock you down hard. Been there. But sometimes orang tak perasan pun, and you know, maybe we're breaking out because we'll be too beautiful and become ria. Who knows?
Gitu.
Karma.
Karma. Farah kan. Okay. So what about Ihsan? What are the tips? The other tips shared by the respondents.
Okay, this is in points basically. Take care of your hygiene, of course. Eat good foods and drink plenty of water. Stop worrying and start working. Whoa, okay.
Okay.
And laugh more. And laugh more. And then one more. Do believe everything happened always for a reason, and I will never be alone in this. This is a form of a test that Allah have given to me and the other workout survivors. Just like you who are reading this and suffer from the same thing as I do. Okay, you're not alone. We are in this together. Okay, it is hard sometimes, but you have made it this far. Proof that what does not kill you make you stronger physically, mentally. Stay consistent with your needed meds or routines, along with your prayers to Allah to keep giving you strength to go through this.
Nampaklah responden kita ni adalah student UIAS.
Yes.
Okay, so let us talk about the tips left out first. Yang paling ketara kita tengok, tips yang mereka tinggalkan adalah seek a doctor or specialist. Now, this might be a bit outside from the talking point, but have you guys consulted any doctors or specialists regarding your skin?
I have once. Tapi I rasa macam tak membantu. So I pergi sekali je and I rasa macam okay, so I figure my skin sendiri.
Faham. What about you? Have you consulted a doctor?
Yeah, it was a couple of years ago with a doctor. My mom took me for facial. I was against it, of course.
Facial.
Yeah, I hate it, but I have to drive her there. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll go there with you. And she asked me to like, why don't you just go with facial and just like a little bit of consultation? But I didn't like it. I was about to punch the nurse because it was so painful. I hate it so much. And then, like he was talking about like, oh, you should use this, you should use this. And I was like, I don't care about this stuff. And my mom was actually living in another city too. So I don't really have to like, gravitate towards all of those medicines because it was too much. I was like, I'm okay. I'm not like, I'm about to die.
Sick
Yeah, I'm not terminally sick, so I'm okay. But like, yeah.
But like usually for people, like if you guys are actually opting to seek for a doctor or dermatologist, and usually when you're seeking a dermatologist, the rates or the prices are like usually 300 to 400
Yeah.
per visit. It depends on the clinic. So here's what I did. Okay, I seek the specialist. I seek the dermatologist at a government hospital. So probably this one doesn't really apply to international students. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I can't do that.
But I used my privilege as first an IPTA student, and of course I used my privilege as a daughter of a government retiree, pesara kerajaan. So I went to HKL, Hospital Kuala Lumpur, Jabatan Pakar, the dermatologist. So basically I just asked for a referral letter from Klinik Kesihatan. And then I went to the dermatologist and then they set me an appointment. So literally the first meeting tu dia just minta bayar RM5 je.
Oh, okay.
Just RM5, see the doctor. The doctor will like prescribe you blah blah blah. They will first do a blood test and I have to say this pregnancy test or anything. Like literally they uji air kencing you because because apparently the medicine that they were prescribing me can cause birth defect, which is known as Accutane. If you heard of Accutane before.
Oh, I haven't.
So Accutane or isotretinoin, it can cause birth defect. So you cannot be taken by pregnant women. So it's to, and because it's to balance balik you punya hormones semua.
Oh, I see.
Yes, and it kind of like dried me out a lot. But then memang like the oil production in your skin memang akan stop gila-gila. So that's why people they say that if you want to take Accutane, make sure your acne memang betul-betul dah severe. So once you dah
It's
tahu-
like the last option.
Yes, that's really the last option. So my skin from oily dia dah jadi dry.
Oh, okay.
So right now I'm sticking to dry skin. But that's basically if you were to go to a dermatologist, yes, like it is really recommended because usually dermatologists yang tahu what's best for your skin. Like what to, if you think your skin is oily, you pergi dermatologist, dia tengok, dia kata no, your skin is dehydrated, you need this product, that product. And of course, akan avoid certain products and as well lah. That's the first. Secondly, they say like what? Drink water,
Yeah.
to kind of stay healthy. Usually healthy habits will also contribute
Yeah.
to better skin, betul tak?
Yep.
So, and of course dehydration sebab hydration is
The
key. Okay. So, what had helped you guys a lot in surviving the breakout phase? Like what keeps you going? What keeps you motivated?
What keeps me motivated? I think it's always like the way you see yourself. I think that because before this you have like the breakouts and then sometimes like oily face breakouts, anything like that. So you just like see yourself a lot, and by seeing yourself you kind of like know like okay, this is the steps that I have to like probably like okay so it's like try to basically like make betterment how you basically like post in front of the camera, especially when you're like because basically in this industry it's like you have Instagram, you have Twitter, you have basically like all the things that will basically post you into the social media, and you will never know who will think of you and stuff like that. So I think that it's just like the way you see yourself. I think that's really important.
What about you? What keeps you going? Despite of you about to give up, but then you still keep going. What keeps you going?
I think people with clear skin will be more confident, and I want to be confident. So I think like and one more thing, I think prettier girl will get better treatment in the society. So I think like I have to get this clear skin and
Betul.
Yeah, the
Sometimes
stigma.
The stigma kan, because
Right.
actually it's true, guys. Girls with clear skin always get a privilege of what?
True.
Getting makeup products, getting skincare
Really?
products. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You're
I didn't know
obviously
that.
out to date lah. Tapi macam
Perhaps.
on Instagram and Twitter, if you have like beautiful skin, usually
You will get endorsement like
you
that.
will get endorsement.
Oh, okay.
Macam tu lah. I mean, there are some celebrities, but we cannot name them out. I mean, that's illegal here. We're gonna leave them out there. Okay.
Focus on yourself.
Let's focus on ourselves. Okay, so would you mind sharing with us your skincare routines? Ini adalah soalan paling penting anak-anak sekalian. Your skincare routine. Drop it. Anyone?
Who?
Ihsan first, please.
Okay. So I think that mine is like pretty simple. I think that when I was in the first year of university, I think that I didn't really care about like, I'm just gonna shower today and like don't really wash my face, and not really wash my face though, like don't really clean my room. I mean, I'm pretty clean guy. I'm a pretty clean guy actually, but I tend to not have like a lot of clutters in my room, so it's like pretty clean. But then sometimes like what I don't really see is like like sometimes like dusty desk. Sometimes like I just let it dusty like that. But now it's like I'm kind of transforming into like more like a much cleaner guy, and then try to wash the face like when you're waking up, and then when you're about to sleep, and then always I think that this really helps. But I think like having wudu all the time is always is the key, I think. Because if I don't wash my face but I have wudu, I think that my skin will be fine.
Wow, guys.
I don't
Wudu,
know.
Guys, wow.
It's always the wudu is like really keeps me going, I think. It really keeps me excited
I
actually.
have to try this.
Yeah.
I think you can apply this kind of theory because our skin is like sponge, and then when you always ambil wudu kan, you always have water on your skin.
Yeah.
So apa lagi hydration apa tadi?
Is the key.
Keep hydrated.
Like
Yeah.
do you use any cleansers or toners, moisturizers in particular?
Toners, cleansers, no, but only face wash. Only face wash. Only face
You're
wash.
so lucky. Oh my
But yeah, probably perhaps hormonal. I'm not hormonal. Probably. And then the ones that I always the one that I like. I mean, I cannot mention the brand. I mean, it's such a bummer if I mention the name. But it has like some sort of like mental mint sensation. So when when your face is actually like tired, but then you have that mint sensation in your face, you kind of like like try to, I don't know, like freshen up, I think.
You see, this is the thing about guys tau, Abyana. Like, diorang pakai satu cleanser je pun, but then
And we're okay. Yeah.
look at his skin. Like,
Well, I mean, I changed. I changed throughout my degree life. I mean, I changed.
I mean, guys, see
But it's not
that,
so
like
much.
That, his skin right there is like very clear. Tu pun ada satu biji, dua biji jerawat je timbul. Tu pun macam
It's
shine
like,
like
yeah.
Just by using cleanser.
Just
Yeah,
using
just
just
cleanse.
that one particular cleanser je. Weh.
Yeah.
Girls like, okay, kita perlukan toner and moisturizer and essence. What about you? What's your skincare routine?
Let us share mine. So first of all, my skin type is oily skin before, very very oily, acne prone skin, sensitive skin. So I use a lot of product before, but I will tell you guys what I use starting from July last year.
Okay.
Okay, so I use Cayman cleanser.
Tahu.
At first I use the soap. And then right now I'm using the cleanser.
Basically, you're using an all-natural base cleanser lah kan?
Yeah. Okay, and then for toner I use Hada Labu Hydrating Premium Toner.
Oh, wow.
That one. And I think it does help me a lot. The hydrating toner.
Hydration is key.
Again. And then I think one of the product that helps me a lot is the ordinary salicylic acid.
Salicylic, yeah.
It really helps my acne to stop, like literally stop. Okay, the serum, TO serum, and then for the moisturizer, waktu bulan tahun lepas I always tukar moisturizer. At first I use the simple punya moisturizer, and then right now I use the Icon punya moisturizer. It is really lightweight, guys, so you guys have to try. Cuma bau dia macam bau minyak rambut lelaki sikit.
Toner.
How can you smell minyak rambut lelaki?
Because my father used it before, and I think the moisturizer smell like my father punya minyak rambut.
That's a weird way to put things.
Yeah. Her father is like, wait, are you using my hair product on your face?
Okay, that is like so funny. But what I can highlight from your skincare routine is, first you go with a low pH cleanser.
Yeah.
Low pH cleansers are actually very essential and very important in skincare. You know
Yeah.
why? Because high pH, dengar ni lelaki kau dengar. Kau jangan main pakai cleanser je. If you use high pH cleansers, it will strip off the moisture on your skin and it's causing you to break out more. Tapi itulah lelaki kulit dia tebal. That's why dia berani ngorat orang. Tiba.
I mean, it's easy to keep your skin clean. So the guys should should try.
Baiklah, I'm not gonna debate any further on skin, okay guys, because it's pissing me off. Okay, so basically that's the routine. And guys, guess what? We already reached the final minute of our show. Legit. Dah habis dah. Wow. I know you guys like macam dissatisfied. Macam disbelief. Macam what? It ended? Yes. But before we end, why don't you give us all macam kata-kata semangat, kata-kata conclusion untuk show kita pada hari ini, starting from Ihsan.
I think it's always try to have like conversation with anybody, especially like your friends, your family. I think that it's always great, because I think that once you have like breakout skins or anything like wrong with your body, I think it will affect your like mentally affected you. So I think that when you actually have that sort of like insecurities, I think that it's okay to have the insecurities, because you're unique, you're irreplaceable, and you will be yourself, and you cannot be anyone else.
That like, share.
And then just talk to it anybody if you have some sort of like hardship or something. So yeah.
Sometimes because this tend to be really depressive for us, betul tak?
Yeah.
Okay. So what about you, Abyana? What kind of final words you would like to give to the listeners out there?
Okay, what keeps me going is bila you scroll Twitter and you tengok breakout survivor gambar now and then diorang, I always think if diorang boleh buat, why not me, right?
Yeah.
And then here I am. I'm a breakout survivor. And one more thing is don't forget your sunscreen. Sunscreen
Betul.
is important.
Sunscreen SPF is important. You pakai sunscreen tak, Ihsan?
Sometimes.
Tengok.
Sometimes jogging, yes. Jogging in the afternoon, of course.
That doesn't bring any much difference. But
Yeah.
before
That doesn't
I get more pissed on why men's skin are so immune towards everything, we've reached the end of our show. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so guys, this is the end of Beauty Beats on Iium FM. See you guys after mid-sem break with more topics that will talk about beauty stuffs. Probably with men or with diet or with anything. Okay, until then, stay hydrated, wear your SPF, stay tuned on Beauty Beats next week with DJ MADU only on Iium FM, your campus radio, leaving you with Bunga by Ara Johari. Bye.